Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and it is Crafty Wednesday, and I am still working on Christmas gifts for friends. This one I think is super clever, and it's just super fun. And it can be for anybody, it doesn't have to be Christmas. You could just make these all year long for anything, because it's so cool. So what I've thought is we have friends, I love to give gifts. Anyway, so this year I thought I want to give something personalized, especially to the men, because that's always a little bit harder than when I make things for, my friends. Anyway, so I thought, what could I give them? And then it dawned on me, I just think it's the coolest thing ever. So I am doing sublimation. That is my thing right now. I am loving it. Let me get out of there. I'm trying to get back where I can show you this. Okay, so I am loving it. It's just so much fun. I'm having a good time. And so for the guys this year, I'm going to be making a puzzle. Only the puzzles are cool. I'm going to take pictures. Like, for example, the one I'm going to show you is we have some friends. We go on picnics with them a lot. And last time we went on a picnic, Varn caught a fish, and I took a picture of him. And I think that would be a super fun puzzle. And to give him, now, two things. These puzzles, these are, it comes in a pack of 12, and they're 80-piece puzzles. So I'll put a link for this specific one, but they have them way bigger, they have them smaller, they have all different kinds. But when you buy them, be sure and read the description, because some things will have a plastic coating you need to peel off. These don't. But the description will also tell you the temperature and the time. So these will need to be heat pressed at 360 to 380 degrees, 30 to 50 seconds. Okay? So I write it on the package. The other thing is that the size of these, the actual size, is 9.4 by 7.5. It is really difficult to make the picture exactly right and so that it's on there. So what I like to do is bump it up a little bit when I'm printing so that I know it's going to have a little bit of a frame, a little bit of a, play. It gives me a little bit of room. But also, I'll show you how I do the picture so the picture isn't compromised. I'll show you that. But so what I do is I write the measurement that I want to use in the printing program. This is 9.75 by 7.75. I actually just bump it up to 8. But anyway, so let me show you over here on Canva. I'm going to bring you down to my Canva, and I'm going to try to do this so that as good as you can see. Okay, so there's my Canva. And Canva can be, let me see if I can move this light, make it a little bit better. Canva, there's a free program. I pay for it. There you go. I pay for it because I use it for my thumbnails and stuff. But what's going to happen here is I'm going to go into Canva, and I'm going to go up to this little corner that says Create a Design. I'm going to click on that. Now it has all kinds of options. I use YouTube Thumbnail all the time. That's where I make most of my thumbnails. But if I go down here to Custom Size, I click on that. Okay. Now, in here, over here, it'll automatically say PX. I think it's for pixel, I'm not sure. But you can I change it to inches, and then I put in 9.8 by 7.8 and create new design. Okay? So here is my new design, and that will be that size. Okay? So now what's going to happen, because that's a little bit smaller than an 8.5 by 11, right? So I'm going to show you how we're going to keep this size the same, because if you print it directly from there, it's going to print out on 8.5 by 11. I know that sounds very confusing, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here what I'm going to do is, because I want kind of a frame around our friend's picture, I've already picked this background. I would go in here to Elements, and I would pick a frame. So I like this. So now I'm going to bring it down, kind of line it up. There we go. And then, oops, I want to bring that right back to the right size. And then I'm going to bring this up here. That's perfect. That works great for me. Now I'm going to take the picture of my friend, which will be over here on Uploads. And I took this picture. But if you want to make one for a friend that's like a secret, go to their Facebook page, click on a picture, go up in the top right, little 3 buttons, click Save to Phone. And then you've got a picture they don't expect you to have to make one of these for. This is kind of fun. I did that for someone else. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Uploads, and I'm going to pick on Varn's picture. And there he is. Look at that. So I think that actually works out pretty good, but I might make him a wee bit bigger And it's nice because when you move the picture around, it will pop up with these crosshair lines so that you know you're centered. So now I've done that. So now I'm going to go here and I'm going to highlight the whole thing, and I'm going to click on, do I have to click group? I don't think I have to click group here. I don't. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to copy that. So I'm going to go here and copy it. This, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. I want to copy this whole, I want to group that whole thing. Where does it say for me to group it? I guess it doesn't. Well, that's fine. But now what I want to do is I want to make this to be the right size on an 8.5 by 11 piece. So I'm going to go back over to home and I'm going to create a new design, except this one I'm going to do 8.5 by 11, which I already have down there. I don't need to. So there's an 8.5 by 11. Now I'm going to come back over to Varn's picture. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to put copy. I'm going to go over to 8.5 by 11, right click on it, and I'm going to put paste. Okay, so now I need to, that's fine. Actually, I want to turn it a little bit though, so that I can center it, just so that it's easier for me. So do you see how much smaller that is than an 8.5 by 11? If I had just printed it from there, it would print as an 8.5 by 11, but you need to save that size on an 8.5 by 11. So now I'm going to go over and I'm going to get his picture off of there. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pop that in the middle. I'm going to right click, paste. And so there he is. And I'm going to turn him around real quick. But if I go here, I want to slide this down to those pink crosshairs. And now I'm going to take, oops. There it is. Centered, pink crosshairs, perfect. And now I'm going to take Varn's picture and I'm going to put it in there until I hit those pink crosshairs, which you may not see, but there are little tiny pink lines that go across there. Now, that picture is going to print out on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and it's going to be the size that I need it to. So now I'm just going to go over here, I'm going to click share, and I'm going to come down to download, and I'm going to click download, and then it says it automatically comes up with PNG. But that's not what I'm going to use. I'm going to come down here and use PDF because I'm simply going to print this. And I don't know why, but someone told me I need to flatten PDF, so I do that. And then best for digital use is what the default is, but I want to come down here and make it best for printing, and then click download. Now it's going to download the picture, and then it's going to save it. So hang on, we're downloading. I just want to show you this process. This is how you get, particularly the saving it on an 8.5 by 11. Otherwise, you're going to have the whole thing. So I'm going to put Varn 2, because I already did one of a different picture. Now I'm going to click on that. So now I can go to my file, or I can just click it here. So I'm going to click CM File Explorer, and I'm going to double click, and then here it is. And so there it is, but you can see, there we have it. It's going to print out the right thing. So I'm going to go ahead and click print, and I'm going to come back to you because there's a point of this I want to show you after we print it. Okay, I just realized the picture that you saw is one that I printed full size that I wanted. So it was the full 8.5 by 11. But you can see here, I went and clicked on the right one, and you can see how the picture is smaller than the 8.5 by 11. This is more my puzzle size, but you can see my puzzle is clearly not even close to that size. So there's my puzzle size, so I'm going to go ahead and print that, and then I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to show you a thing. Okay, the other one printed out smaller than I wanted. I don't know why, but these things happen. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the bigger one that I printed out, and I'm going to kind of eyeball things. So I know that needs to come in about 1/4 of an inch on either side and about 1/2 inch on that. So I'm going to take the shiny side of the puzzle face down, and I kind of look, like if I go up here, I can kind of look and see how much, kind of even that out. There we go, it needs to be, I'm just looking, because normally you would measure this out, but I'm not doing that. I am just going to look, I am eyeballing it, and I'm going to see that that's kind of lined up. And then I'm going to slide it straight down, kind of see where this is. So it's kind of, there you go. And I'm just eyeballing it to kind of get it on there the way I feel like it should be. Kind of, I'm an eyeballer. Now, I'm now going to put my piece of cardboard on the back of that, and I'm going to flip it over and hold it up to the light, and you can see the picture and you can see the outline of the puzzle. And if I hold it up to light, I can see that, and that works for me. There's probably other ways of doing it, but that's my way. So now I'm just going to kind of square it up. Now I'm going to take my heat-resistant tape, and I'm going to pin this. I'm going to tape this down around all four sides so it's nicely on there. I'm going to eyeball it. You could measure it. I'm not measuring it. I'm not that worried about it. It's going to turn out perfect. I just know it. Such a cool little gift. I think it's going to be fun. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bring it over to my table where I'm going to do my heat pressing. Drop my tape. So we'll take it, and I've already got my little Cricut machine, my a little Cricut heat press is all ready to go. So it's all heated. So now that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this on there just to kind of hold it, because you have to flip it over, because you have to press from this side. So let's go over there and see how we do it. Alright, I'm over here now. I've got my, I'm at a table, and I've got a folded up towel, and then I've got my heat press pad, and I'm covering that with butcher paper. You want to use butcher paper, not parchment paper, because butcher paper will prevent the color. And see, you can see where it catches the color, because my last one had a frame around the edge. And it's not like parchment paper has a coating that won't absorb the ink, so it actually kind of makes it, it makes too much moisture. So you want to use butcher paper. Put it down, okay? Oops, I'm glad I did that. So you're going to put the butcher paper down, and then you're going to turn it over so your image is here. You want to cover that. Then I'm going to put a piece of butcher paper over the top of it. And now I have my heat press set at 360 degrees for 45 seconds. And it's bigger than my heat press, so I'm going to do half at a time, kind of overlapping a little bit. So there we go. I'm just going to hold this down with a little light pressure. So that's 40. We'll just get to the end of this. I'll bring you back. Well, actually, I think we can just wait. It's kind of cool. So, such a fun thing to do. And what a surprise. Like, we're going to give this to him, and I'm going to say, here's a puzzle, and he's going to think, what's this? He won't see the picture until he puts it together, because that's the way I like to do it. I give it in a little bag. I'll show you. I want to make sure you have good ventilation, because this ink turns into a gas, and you can kind of smell it. So you want to make sure you've got good ventilation. I'm downstairs. I've got a fan. I've got a couple windows open. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to go over to the other side, and I'm going to hit the little C on my heat press, and it's going to time it. This is going to be good. Okay, I was cheating. I was taking a little look. So we'll get through here, and then as soon as I'm done, I'll show you how I transport it back over to the other table. And then I'm going to go make dinner. It's dinner time. Then I'm going to come back. This is actually going to be something I'm going to get for our son-in-law. What a cool gift. I'm going to do him a mouse pad, and then I'm going to do him a puzzle, because he's a techie guy. He works in technology at a casino, which is kind of cool. So this will be fun for him to have a mouse pad at work, and then he can just do this puzzle, because I think it'll be clever. Okay, 0. I'm just going to turn that off, because I'm not going to use it again. And there, you can see the image. Kind of, I take this little cardboard back, and I'm going to slide it under there. It gives it some, you can kind of see the image through there. So now let's head back over to the table where I'm doing the work, and we'll see how it turned out. Okay, I've got this moved over the table, and it's kind of cooled off. So now, let's see how it turned out. It's going to be so much fun. This is just going to be clever. I'm glad I found about doing puzzles, because I think they're going to be cool. Let me get this little tape off of there. And then this one I am not going to, I don't like to do them as a whole puzzle, so I'm going to break it up in a second. There we go. Perfect. It's going to be so good. I love these things. I love giving personalized gifts too because, you know, people don't expect it. Like when they put these puzzles together, he's going to be so surprised it's his picture of when he caught that fish on our picnic. That's going to be cool. And then, you know, people who, it's just personalized. I like that. Okay, let's see how it turned out. See, it's very light, which it prints out light anyway. Oh, look it! There is the puzzle. He's going to just be so surprised. And there's the fish. And, oh, I wanted to show you this. So, you can see, I think, on my Canva, if I still have my Canva open. Yeah. Let me go back over to this design. So, you can see how this picture is with the fish on this side. You see how it printed out? Because I have it mirrored. So the fish is on this side. See, it's on the opposite side? Because when it prints like this, and then you peel the picture off, then you'll have the same image. You see, this is why it's important for you to mirror image it. Now, what I'm going to do for this, I get these little bags. You get these like at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take my red pen, and I'm going to put Merry Christmas. Varn. Okay. Put that on there. And now I'm going to break up the puzzle, and it's going to go in this bag. And it's going to be so clever. He will have no idea what it is until he puts it together and starts and sees his image coming. And I just think this is fun. You could do this as, you know, an anniversary gift, maybe with maybe a 50th anniversary, make one of these. And of course you could add text and put stuff on there, quotes and things. But you could do, this would be a great wedding pictures for like an anniversary gift. That'd be cool. Birthday, you know, you could do pictures of the, I don't know, 18th birthday. You could do baby pictures. You could put a collage together. It would be fun. Hang on, I lost a piece down here. Oh, I can't pick it up. Hang on. There it is. Ugh, my nails. Okay. So this, I'm going to break this pieces up. I just think this is a clever thing. I love the puzzles. I have to say I was a little skeptical on how these puzzles would turn out. But I think they turned out very, very nice. The colors are super clear, super nice. And the detail actually turns out really well. So that's kind of good. But I think Varn is going to be super surprised. And now I've got to make the gals something. Now I got to get hot on making tumblers and things like that, because that's what I'm making. And you just use this picture and make like a refrigerator magnet. I'm going to make some of those too. Let me tie this in. Pop all these pieces in this bag. And I think this is fun. Look at there. I love it. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to tie the bow around it. And there we have, when we go over just to stop by and say hi and Merry Christmas, I can hand this to him and he will be so surprised. Because that is a unique, personalized gift, which is pretty cool. Where's my little ribbon? There it is. So there you have it. The perfect little personalized surprise gift to give a friend. And this is the perfect kind of thing to give someone you just don't know what to give them. So there you go. I hope you guys give this kind of thing a try. And if you do, I'd love to see some of your finished things over in our Facebook group, because I'd love to share those projects. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.